What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Bedlam. My name is Splattercat. Very happy to have you here right now as we hang out. We got our first elite. Very cool stuff. What a treat. We got an elite, and now he shall skeet his bullets all over the street. It'll be pretty cool. Sometimes you gotta unleash that skeet skirt. You gotta do what you gotta do. Skeet, skeet, skirt, skeet, skirt. You ever heard that song? It's an E40 song. Oh, man. Alright, well, we gotta drive a long-ass way to get over there. And we're almost out of food for right now, but let's give it a go. On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. Ooh, we found a fueling station. As the dozer travels along, you notice a struckature on the side of the road ahead. It appears to be an ancient fueling station. The dozer comes to a halt and you disembark. The fuel station has been scavenged long ago. The building is empty of anything valuable and the underground tank has been drained of crude. You return to the dozer and the vehicle continues along the road. You can almost, like, imagine the imagery from this game of just people standing in smoke and dust. It's got a spaghetti western element to it that I really, really like. I think we should probably do some of these smaller things around here in the hopes that we get some better loot, maybe. It's a little bit of a waste of time because it increases our elevated level, but it may make the game worse. While the crew explores the area, they encounter a lone cyborg striding through the scrap and rubble. Oi, travelers. You got the mocks footing it out here in the big chaos without bod mods. Not me, I'm on the way to the grafters for fine-tuning and a fresh transfusion of hydraulic plasma. Maybe they got some new exo parts too. I'm always looking for better gear. You want to join me? Sounds like an interesting journey, but I got the clan that relies on protection. Hard survival out here without muscle and piston. The crew leaves the wandering cyborg to his business and returns. That's the downside right there, is that you may get nothing. On the upshot, see, this side was actually, there's not a lot of resources on the map. There's a lot of fuel cells. That's about it for right now. Let's make our meat consumption a little bit better. Our numbers are a little bit ugly right now, but I think we'll be okay. Maybe. You have been receiving reports of unrest among the passenger population, likely from being constrained inside the dozer for so long. The prolonged confinement has led to incidents of violence. We'll let them take a breather outside. The dozer scanners do not detect any immediate hazards in the vicinity, so you open the bay doors and inform the passengers that they may have a brief respite outside. But mere moments after they disembark, an enzyme cyclone whips into the area without warning. The terrified passengers rapidly return to the dozer, but a number of them are caught in the twister and instantaneously atomized. The dozer continues along the road. Well, there goes 100 passengers. That'll help out with the food usage. What are you gonna do? I mean, I think either one of these is gonna be a choice, so I'm just gonna go that way. You realize it's been some time since there were any visible signs of life in your immediate surroundings. Passengers are becoming nervous. I guess we'll make for the energy cells. As the dozer travels along the road, you can see strange illumination flashing against the sky ahead. Approaching closer, it appears to be some kind of mobile fusion reactor used to supply power. The dozer comes to a halt and you disembark to investigate. There was clearly some kind of incident with the equipment that resulted in the unpleasant demise of the attendants. Fortunately, you're the first to arrive at the scene and discover several containers filled with fully charged power cells. You collect the valuable supplies and continue along the road before the reactor's condition gets any worse. Ooh, 25 fuel cells. That's not bad at all. Not bad at all. That's an atoll that's actually not terrible. It's not bad at all. I don't know where it is geographically, but I assume it's around somewhere. Fuel efficiency, let's continue upgrading. We need to fix some of this because we're going through stuff really, really fast right now, and unfortunately, we're kind of on our last legs already, and that's not where I want to be when we're only halfway through the map. Bedlam is notorious for an unpredictable climate. You're entering a peculiar mist of corrosive enzymes. This haze is unlikely to cause damage to the dozer, but it is possible that your passengers and crew may be harmed if exposed to these mysterious caustic elements. Let's get combat right here, because that guarantees us a little bit of extra stuff. King Viscera said you scuzzers would be a challenge. Ha! Crowbar Main is gonna pound you tiny banoos with a man masher. It's time to make paste. Well, he's got Judd Nelson gloves, so that makes me pretty happy. So we've got a pretty good team right now. They are pretty, as well as good at their jobs. And so I figure we will get after it. I mean, I could, I guess, take one person out, and we could hope for a really, really good run where we get double fuel. Try and pick up some boxes on the way too, but I don't know how raw this is going to get, so this might have been a bad proposition for me, but we need the fuel pretty badly. Snipers started out in a pretty shitty position. Well, there is fuel on that side, though, if you want it.
Crude.
I'm going to swing to a flank, I guess, over here. These guys throw Molotovs that actually need to be adjusted a little bit. They're a tad overpowered right now. Essentially, they can throw bombs that blow up on the next turn, forcing you to waste your actions to move your characters. And if they only threw one per turn, it wouldn't be that bad. But they can throw 2 of them per turn. And so they spam those things all the time, and you can end up wasting your time until you get a bunch of blitzes, and you get wiped out, and you can't really do anything about it because you're constantly cycling around. It is a hazard. I'm going to spread out a bit so that they can't throw grenades at me. We're in cover, but unfortunately we're eating rounds right now. We didn't dodge either one of those, so that's concerning. It's a problem. And not one I have a ready resolution for. While he holds the position, I would suggest... Tough call. I'm going to rotate the sniper around. If we lose him on this turn, that's cool because that's his job. Him dying is not necessarily so terrible of a thing for me. I can move to there and get a 10 off, but it won't kill him. Instead, my suggestion would be to fall back. Or to get up in here with him and shoot this guy. But he's got a 50-50 cover bonus right now, and he is doing pretty well at ducking fire. I'm going to go for it. And there's the miss. And so bad RNG has decided to be our brother. I'm going to go for another shot. Jesus. Okay. There we go. So we're going to lose this fight. 100% fight is already lost. And it's going to be a big one too. It's going to hurt. Because they're going to get a blitz very, very shortly. Which is going to be super troublesome. He's going to come in this way. I'm going to start shifting backwards to avoid the blitz on the next turn. We might win. Maybe. But it's going to be sort of tentative. I can take a shot at him, but we might miss. Well, we didn't miss, which offers us a really good opportunity to sort of back up and get into cover and just kind of like hide from whatever's coming on the next turn, which should be their blitz. Unfortunately, he stopped in like the perfect zone to give me shit. So, we gotta decide what we want to do right now. Cover doesn't help versus melee. And we're not going to be able to kill him in one turn. So we've got to decide who we want to sacrifice. The blitzometer is going to hurt us here. There's nothing we can do about it. They may be able to kill both of them on the next turn. It sort of depends. So I'm going to spread them out slightly. I'll take a shot right there. He's going to go after him, huh? Oh, he did miss. So maybe cover does work for being behind like rocks and shit like that. I don't know. Might work out okay. Can I get you from here? Okay, so if I can get you from here, let's go ahead and do that right now. I'm going to back up slightly in the urge to preserve whoever I can in this fight. That's not going to be fatal, but this is. And so there it is. We managed to make it through. That was a nasty fight right there. That was not one that I was stoked about participating in. Anytime the enemy gets to a blitz, it's unfortunately a bad prospect for you. Mark a shame. King Viscera would pull Crowbar Main's head off his neck after that failure. If you take me into your machine, I'll pulverize any lunks you tell me to. You got Crowbar Main's pledge. He's actually probably one of the best characters in the game. He's really, 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 really good. Like, you want him in your party. He will fix up your enemies quite well. Quite resoundingly. I'm going to go ahead and give some of these snipers a break. Instead, we'll throw Crowbar up into the front. There's some trenchers, and then we'll also get some more snipers in here because I'd like to level up 1 or 2 more of them. They're not dealing a lot of damage at this point in the game, but they'll do well enough. I hope. It is eerily quiet. We drive on. Ahead on the road, a group of cloaked nomads can be seen trudging along. The dozer slows to a halt and you disembark. The apparent leader of the nomads approaches and greets you. Congrats for stopping for a bunch of pitiful wanderers. We've been footing for too many suns. Got the dreads that King Viscera's bootlickers or boot kickers are gonna catch us. Them terrible scuzzers. Can you give us some protection? I mean, I don't really have any food, but it's a good idea because we're running on empty right now. Once the Wanderers are on board the dozer, you realize it's a hoax. The nomads toss aside their cloaks to reveal a clutch of marauders. They begin attacking everybody in sight. Ha! We gave you a good rookin', you bunch of banoobs. It's gonna be a crimson geyser. So this is a dozer defense mission. What that means is that if you lose this fight, the game is over. It's a big deal, and you kind of want to make sure that you win this one. So I would highly recommend that you bring along anybody that you're ready to sacrifice on this one. Just go for it and hope for the best. These fights tend to be really, really big, and so there might be a lot of enemies on this one. Yeah, there are. And so they've got a metric ton of snipers with them. God. And me on my mission where I didn't bring snipers. Okay, snipies. Well, get out to where you want to be right now. And we just sort of got to hope that they don't try anything too rowdy up and in here. Crowbar should be able to finish him off before he causes any significant issues. They are going to play sort of precariously. I assume that he can't get to me if I can't get to him. I'm still going to step back by one, though, just in case. You never know. Okay, so out goes his bomb, which is going to force us to bypass our next turn in order to get out of the way of the explosion. I'm going to send a slinger up and around the side. Sniper might get him on the next turn, but it can be hard to verify. Yeah, you get in there and kill that sniper. For surely. Get that dude. I mean, it might not end well for us, but didn't end well for him either. Kroby, I kind of need you in the back. Oh, shit. That dude's done. Done like dinner. Okay. Best bet now, then. Blitzometer's almost up, too. We're going to get decimated on their blitz turn. Push him back a ways. Yep, there it is again. He can take the damage. I'm not really that concerned about it. Crowbar, however, is a sizable risk. We don't want to lose him. We don't want to lose her either, so there's another wasted turn on account of the explosives, which can be really sort of troublesome. Can you get him? You can't kill him on this turn, can you? Shit. Well, let's see if we can sacrifice this guy, or if they're smart enough to move around us. So their triple turn resulted in the death of a lot of our units, but may work out in the end for us. So sniper got a kill right there. I'm going to have the tank take the damage on that side. If I can get this sniper into combat, unfortunately that puts you in a counter snipe opportunity right there, where you have a real likelihood of getting shot back. He's good for another turn. Sniper, give me what you got right there. Give me another what you got. There it is. Okay, so we got the kill on that side. Still no upgrades, though. Might be worth it to watch what the snipers are doing now and decide if we want to rush on the next turn to wipe out as many as possible. All they have left are snipers, so a really solid move would actually be running up in here with Crowbar and essentially blocking off any move that they actually have. This will also stifle them on the blitzometer, which will cause major, major problems for the snipers on the next coming turns. They should spend all of their moves just trying to get away now. They might have the moves like Jagger, but I got the moves like Crowbar, so, you know, one outweighs the other. Your moves are cool on the dance floor. My moves get you all nice and shreked up. On this side, we can kill either or. I'm going to kill that one, though. He might do a double shot on Crowbar, which would suck. Or he'll go for the kill right there. Oh, what an interesting choice of tactics. Wasn't expecting that one. Here's a sniper kill. Feed me. I'm hungry. We got two snipers that are veterans now, so getting a little bit stronger. With 2 veteran snipers, we should be able to do some real damage to those that mean to do us harm. We should be able to harm people quite badly. I would recommend we can get fuel right there. So let's make our way to the fuel as rapidly as possible. Our citizens are dying, so you gotta do what you gotta do. Ahead on the road, you can see a man walking beside a ludicrously overloaded cart being towed by some kind of great beast. The cart, stacked precariously high with all sorts of metal objects and defunct equipment, is attached to a lumbering 6-legged beast with a leathery hide and patches of stringy mauve hair. The large creature regards you lethargically as you disembark from the dozer. The man approaches with a wary welcome. Greets to you, traveler. I'm a roving collector and resurrector of the best scrap in the wastes. I take what I gather to the local boomtowns for trade. It's true, if the lazy borpotamus over here would get us along much faster with some fresh feed, don't suppose you've got meats to spare. I got nothing, so that's that. We're kind of running on empty right now. I'm trying to make my way to the next fuel dump in the hope that this number doesn't run out before we make it to the end. We got the no signs of life reading again. We should be able to make it to the final confrontation, I think. And so a recent seismic event has created a large crevasse in the unstable terrain. The rift is so deep that it struck a pocket of raw crude which has partially filled the gap in the brittle earth. You are fortunate enough to be the first to discover this coveted source of fuel. The dozer siphons the crude pool nearby and departs before any unwanted competition arrives. Yay, we've got enough fuel to make it to the end of the game. Let's go! Off we go to Aztec City, where my guns are uber pretty. Gonna be so fun right now. We're gonna go every day. We have the upset people again. Last time we put them outside, they got killed by a whirlwind. Let's flood we're gonna flood the passenger compartment with benzos. It seems like the narcolepsy mist developed by your technicians in the research lab is an effective solution. The panic is quickly alleviated. Unfortunately, a small percentage of the passengers experience an adverse reaction to the untested chemical, instantly liquefying them into a gruesome stew. Still, mostly a success. The dozer continues along the road. That'd be a badass name if your name is Stuart, but you're in a punk band. Gruesome Stew. I mean, I guess they could just call you Gru Stew or something. Yay! Less passengers, which means they eat less food. Let's go to the final boss fight. Well, you'll see. The dozer slows and comes to a halt. You disembark to examine what is ahead. The road ends at a massive wall constructed from some unknown substance. It is higher than the dozer itself and stretches to both ends of the horizon. It appears impregnable. Near the side of the road is a tall metallic statue of a robotic warrior, partly corroded from enduring ages of exposure to the harsh Bedlam elements. Suddenly, the statue groans to life and moves towards you. Vigilus Omega Online. And imperfect beings are to be eradicated as per Eternity protocols. Assessing threat and processing tactical strategy. Support units mobilized. Obliteration of lesser forms commencing. So this fight is pretty tough. It's not an easy fight, but it's not like a hard fight either. We do have 2 snipers. However, the enemy can teleport in this one, so watch out for that. You don't want to bring anybody that has really low health in on this one, because they'll just teleport next to him and one-shot him in one turn. It becomes troublesome. So we may have to pull this one with less than satisfactory people. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Considering it's the final battle, I'm going to bring everything I've got, and I'm just going to hope that we do a really good job. Aside from that, there's not a whole lot else I can do. I'm going to drop a gunslinger for an extra tank. Alright, here we go. I mean, all of our other Deadeyes are going to get one-shotted in this fight anyways, so it's not really that big of a deal. I'm going to put Crowbar in cover, and on his first turn, we are going to get super wacky on this side. There's the teleportation I mentioned, in case you were not aware of it. I believe... I mean, technically I can liquefy you right now, which seems like actually a pretty solid choice, although their Deadeye is within firing range of me right now. So... we sort of have a problem right now, don't we? I'm gonna block his... I don't suppose you can get him. The AI is so good at like going into dead zones. Like, they are really good at it. Technically, the best move right here would be to have Dozer go right there, but it's a 50-50. If he misses, we just wasted a turn doing nothing. However, if I moved to right there... Yeah, me gusta. Got him. Oh, and Crowbar got a level, too. I would have preferred that he leveled after, hopefully. I mean, I would have really preferred that he leveled... I'm going to go ahead and whomp some of these guys. There we go. Let's get those numbers diminished. He's going to teleport in and fight with Crowbar, which is actually pretty okay with me. I don't worry about that much. Can we get the shot from here? Oh. We'll go ahead and waste him then. Eventually, they'll have to decide what they want to do, but for right now, they're not playing so well. On that side, another enemy bites the dust, and on this side, I'm going to line up the shot for the next turn. No. There it is. Gotcha. We get really lucky, we might be able to hack this before the Blitzometer happens, but I can't guarantee it. 7 damage right there. If we can get the big guy, I'd be pretty happy with our results. So there it is. We got a Blitzometer on the next turn, but they ain't got a whole lot of options left, so I think we'll probably be okay. I'm going to put him right here. We'll waste him real fast. Ooh. Shit. He would have got him either way, but that is a disappointment. I will have to qualitatively... Actually, that's not so bad. I forgot. Sentinel has been subjugated. For this unprecedented accomplishment, this vehicle and its occupants have been calculated to be of acceptable merit and shall be allowed passage. Vigilus Omega will accompany travelers to the intersection. Yay! We got Vigilus Omega! A seam in the massive wall appears and a section slides aside to allow the vehicle entry. As the portal seals behind the vehicle, the dozer continues along the road into uncharted territory on the quest for legendary Aztec City. So we're in good shape right now. We're doing fairly solidly. What is this? It doesn't seem right. I don't remember that ever being there before. I am curious. He heals in 30 days. Let's go and swap him out. She'll be good in 3 days, though, which will be super awesome. Super awesome! Everything is cool when you've got lots of snipers. We got that right there. We got a Vigilus going on. Yeah. Commence the Vigilus. And instead of that, we'll go with a Trencher on that side. That sounds good. That sounds sexy. Get rid of her. I don't want any other snipers. No more snipers. All Trenchers. All murder. All day. Okay, so we've got one final event. Let's go see what happens, Captain. There was promise of bounty from King Viscera in exchange for murderizing you scuzzers. But Scragger Main is gonna smithereen you just for the joy kills. Okay, so that kind of sucks. Oh, Biv is back up, though. Forget you. Get out of my party. I hate you. You're not allowed here anymore. We have Biv again. Yeah, they call him Roy G. Biv, and his kills is kind of colorful. Wipes out your platoon with proficiency. That's wonderful. There we go. I knew I'd bring it together eventually. So the teleport doesn't work for me. That's the downside that I wanted to mention here. How much damage does he do? 6? Oh, well. Forget that guy. He's about to have a real bad day. With my laser karate, he's going to throw a grenade. Oh, he didn't. That's weird. I expected him to do so. What an odd decision on the part of the AI. That frontliner's sort of an issue. You hit for 7. Can you hit him from right there? You can get him from right there, which would be pretty sexy. He's totally going to throw a grenade at us, though, if I don't move. I'm going to put in a shotgunner right there, and we'll go after that. That sounds okay. I just want to be spread out a little bit. Oh, well, that was not expected. Well, here, I have to go save him then. Don't really have a lot of options. Otherwise, he ain't gonna make it. We have some kind of, like, weird chaos going on this side. I kind of want to draw back into cover if I can do it. I also would find it satisfactory to grab some of that stuff right there. We have an equalizer, so we have a backup plan in case anything goes wrong. All of our equalizers are ready to go, so... Oh, we don't have the stealth field. Shit. Concerning. Let's go ahead and I'm going to severely injure this Deadeye before anything else goes wrong. I feel like he probably has the best chance to do a real nasty bout of damage. That's how it's gonna be, huh, Trencher? That's how it's gonna be? Alright, that's how it's gonna be. It was your decision. You're the one that made it. Ain't nobody else had a hand in that but you. I'd prefer to keep this less desperate if I can. But I'm gonna back up a bit. Actually, it might work better if I swing her out a little bit wider. Okay, so we got a nade out right there. She can get him from that spot, though. So it's like almost worth it to let him get blown up. Like, almost. Heh. How come he can shoot from right there, but he can't shoot from over here? It's a weird situation. So they are definitely going to get a blitz move before this goes wrong. We got a miss right there, too. Which is actually pretty unfortunate. Huh. We seem to have landed ourselves in kind of a pot of hot water on that side. I have my suspicions things aren't going to go well in the next turn. I also can't guarantee any of my shots right now. I'm going to go to right there. Let's get rid of Scuzzer first, because he's going to be way worse than any of the melee guys. Oh, he missed! Oh my god, so we got the blitz meter right now. What I would suggest is that we lock and load this thing. Well, I mean, it doesn't count as a turn, so technically we could make this happen. Skyshine's in there. It's going to be problematic, so that doesn't count as a turn, so don't worry about it. He's still in my firing line, so I feel okay about that decision. I think my next decision would be to get him over to here, maybe. And get him some lovely cover. This confuses the enemy, in case you were wondering, so... Wow, that was a terrible blitz. That blitz did not go well at all. I would be upset if that was my blitz. I'd be like, well, damn. Let's fall back with Dominus, or whatever the hell his name is. And I can't really do much right here, aside from chillax for a minute, which is probably what I'm going to do. Let's move the sniper to right there. We'll deal with further issues. They should have infighting now, and they can waste their turns killing each other. That's why that ability is so goddamn good. So I'll move to there. Let's see if we can clear some of this trash out. Cool. Nice. Okay. So now that Biv is no longer an issue, let's drag him out over to here. And anybody you can waste, homie, put rounds on him. Oh, you missed. What'd you do that for? I mean, they're going to beat each other to death anyway, so I'm not really that concerned about it. I'd like to level up one of my melee guys or one of these dudes. Like, if we could actually make some shots here, that'd be super awesome. Oh, man. The miss rate is real right now. The miss rate is... No! Oh, that's not that bad. I don't care about that at all. What am I even panicked about? Forget you, buddy. Katana! Robo-Death. What could be possibly cooler than Robo-Death? Like, Robo-Death is the shit. You stole my crude? Hiya! And now you are dead. I didn't level, though. That's disappointing. Hide! Explosivos! He's gonna take his cut right here, huh? Alright. Let's do this thing. You're gonna die versus my Robo-Samurai. You may even level him. Oh, he didn't level, so that means I was trying to get him to heal by the end of the fight, and it didn't work. It worked very poorly. Give quarter! Scraggermane accepts the savage beating. I know a clutch with the meaners when I sees 'em. Give me some sweet squishy targets and I'll splatter 'em all over Bedlam for you. There's a lot of turncoats in this game. Like a lot of people that are just sort of like, well, it's all over now. Wait, what has occurred here? I am currently inside of... I'm inside the Aztec place now. Why has the game not ended? Weird. Normally what happens is you cross the gate, and then once you cross the gate, the game is over. I have no idea what has happened right now. You cross the gate, you win that fight, and then there's a node right here. You walk up to it, and then you win. I don't know what's going on right now. Go back to the gate, maybe? Well, shit. This is an odd situation. I don't know what to do with this right now. The dozer there it goes. It got bugged. It put an encounter right there on accident. The dozer continues along the road, traveling for a lengthy period of time without any sign of trouble or of life. Suddenly, the dozer's instruments begin going haywire, detecting mysterious signals ahead. Could this be an indication that you are finally approaching the fabled Aztec city? The passengers begin buzzing with anticipation. The dozer's sensors reach a crescendo as the vehicle draws close to the source of unknown energy. The dozer travels over a rise and arrives at what is beyond. The vehicle comes to a halt, and you disembark. The road ahead abruptly ends at the vast crater, expanding as far as the eye can see. Its surface seems fused by some kind of powerful otherworldly weapon. Aztec City is gone. Suddenly shimmering in the air above the crater, a monolithic pyramid appears. The passengers rejoice at the astonishing sight. A small door opens on the surface of the incredible structure, and a hovering orb of mystical light approaches, carrying a curiously garbed man.
Greetings to you, brave travelers! I am the Telecan, herald to the Tesseractus. You have defeated the Barrier Sentinel, and we have been able to periodically monitor your progress through the veil of the fractal carousel as boldly you battled through chaos and devastation. It has been many ages since we have had a mechanic. Your perilous journey will be rewarded. You and your courageous contingent have been deemed worthy to join us within the glorious realm of the Tesseractus. Aztec City awaits. But we must make haste. Though our sanctuary is eternally tethered to this superposition, the enduring corrupted energies of this domain mean that we can only materialize for brief periods, else we risk a state of permanent flux. We must immediately return to the fractal carousel, where we have drifted the omniverse since the dawn of the Barren Age. But you need not abandon all of your other residents in the distant technopolis of Byzantine from the whence you came. Your fearless passengers here will be accepted into our advanced civilization, but you may return to your point of origin and offer additional salvation. Your arrival will assuredly be greeted by the boundless praise as you deliver your news of success and further hope. We grant a construct of our technology, a vertex bridge that allows instantaneous travel to this location over considerable distances. This device contains only limited energy that will begin dissipating once we depart to the fractal carousel, so you must swiftly transport it to your destination to ensure that the passage of any who you judge worthy of the distinction to make the journey may join us. In addition to the other necessary supplies, you would be accompanied by a quartet of the Osatrina, the formidable order of guardians that have protected and prolonged our existence from the omnidimensional threats over the ages. Their ferocity in battle would prove beneficial if you would encounter the foul tyrant king Viscera. Will you make the harrowing journey back through the chaotic dominion and deliver more of your people into the sublime society of the Aztec City? So right here, you have a choice. You can take the easy victory and say no, or you can go for mega buku points, and you can go for the hard victory by going back through Bedlam to Byzantine. We have a really good team right now. I think we can make it back. We're going to do it in the next episode. I will see you all there. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle. We already got the easy win. Let's go for the hard one, shall we? I'll see you next time. How do, everybody?